making beef jerky and other types of jerky has become so popular now. So tonight, what I want to talk about is this meat tenderizing tool, manual machine, and beef jerky slicer. Now, just for starters, I've already put the machine together, but I'm going to basically give you a simple breakdown of how easy and simple this thing is to put together. Then we're going to get into actually taking a piece of meat and showing how we tenderize it and how we slice it. So let's get into this. So this manual machine actually comes with several different pieces. This part has a couple of screws in it. You have the top and the bottom of this. You have the two legs, and then you have the base. You also get two clamps. You get your crank handle, and you get your blades. Now these right here are your slicing blades. You want to be very careful because these things are razor sharp. If you don't have any gloves that are made for handling sharp blades, I suggest you get your pair of gloves that are cut resistant. But inside here, so the blades that I just showed you are actually the slicing blades to slice your beef jerky. But inside here, where we're going to start, the actual meat tenderizer. So I want to take this apart here and show you what it looks like on the inside here. Now, like I said earlier, I've already put this together. So let's take these out here. These two little screws just screw out. Now, as you can see here, you have these combs. Super easy to put in. I'm going to take these out. On the bottom here, as you can see, there's a couple of screws that go in here that connect this chute to the top of your grinder assembly area here. So right here, this is your meat tenderizer tool. And just show you how simple this is. This fits right down in here. Super easy. You see how these set down in here? So once the cover's on and you're putting your meat down into the chute, all you do is you turn your gears. You can see how the teeth grind against each other in order to tenderize your meat. And as I said, this came super simple. The legs on the bottom have 2 bolts for each leg. They give you an Allen wrench to connect them. These clamps also come with the grinder as well. You get 2, so I mounted it on one side of the counter and then one over here, which makes it very stable, as you can see. Put your legs, mount your legs to the base. Connect this portion here that you can see my hands on to the top of the legs with the bolts that you can see here that go in. There's 4 of those. And then once you decide whether you're cutting or whether you're using the tenderizer, you place those blades inside this area here. And then you take your chute, put your chute on over the top of it, take your bolts that you saw me take out. These are just screw and unscrew. You guys. So we're going to keep these till later because I want to show you how it actually slices. But for now, we're going to focus on the meat tenderizing portion of it. Now these combs, make sure you put these in the correct way. All right, once you have your combs in place, now we're going to take some meat and we're going to show you exactly how this thing works. All right, so as you can see here, I have a piece of sirloin. This is steak. Now, one of the things that the manufacturer recommends is that when you're using this machine, you can put meat in here that's up to 4 inches wide, roughly about 3/4 of an inch thick at the most. So 3/4 of an inch thickness at the most and 4 inches wide. So as you can see here, this actually qualifies. So let's put this into our chute. Oh, wow, check that out. Now this is just one pass through. Look at how it tenderized it. Now one other item that comes with this machine that I didn't mention are your tongs. Because of the danger of sticking your fingers down inside of there, they prefer you use the tongs that come with it. And watch it as it feeds through again. And one thing I haven't mentioned yet, so when you're dealing with meat, this is super easy to clean. You saw earlier when I had this off, all you got to do is take these 2 screws out very carefully, place the blades in some hot soapy water. They're super easy to clean up. Doesn't matter if it's these blades that are inside here or if it's these blades here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take another slice of meat and we are going to use the cutting blades that you would use if you were slicing up your jerky. And we're going to change these out and see how that portion comes out. So let's do that right now. Again, what you want to do is you want to remove these bolts here, or these screws. Remove your combs. And then we can take this off. And you can kind of get a look at what it looks like on the inside. It did leave a little bit of meat down in there, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to take this out, and then we're going to put the other blades on. So let me show you how that actually works. So right here, this is how you undo this. So this actually screws on your handle. You undo that. Pull off your handle. Take out your blades. For now, we're just going to set these over here. And then we're going to replace those with these cutting blades. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. We're going to put our combs in. We're going to put our handle back on. I really like this machine. This is really nice. So I'm going to have some meat to cook up after I get done doing this tonight, right? All right, as you can see, now we have our slicing blades in. You can see we already took out our other blades. And again, I can't mention it enough. Be careful when you're dealing with these blades because they are super sharp. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take another slice of meat, which is a T-bone. So as you can see here, we have a T-bone. So the one thing I do want to stress is you don't want to put any bones into this machine right here. So I'm going to cut a section of this meat away so that we can slice it. And I'm actually going to cut off some of the fat because I don't really want all that fat. Okay, so if I was making jerky, this would be the blade I would want to use to slice my meat. So as you can see, I took the T-bone steak and I trimmed off most of the fat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this meat and we're going to slide it into our slicer and actually see what it does. Look at how easy that was, guys. Look at that. So imagine if I'm making beef jerky right now and I have this stuff already sliced. I can just stick it in a good marinade, dehydrate it. I mean, check that out. Super simple. It's all evenly cut. Check that out. Look at that. All you would have to do is throw this in the marinade. You are good to go. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are considering a meat tenderizer that is super simple and easy to use, that you can mount right here on your cabinet top, it's small enough where you can store it away in a cabinet or a closet, I definitely would recommend this meat tenderizer tool, manual machine, and beef jerky slicer. I'll make sure that I link it down below, but like I said, my use of this thing so far, I love everything about this thing. Also, don't forget, super easy to clean up just with hot soapy water. Be careful handling the blades, and don't forget to use your tongs. Do not stick your fingers down in this area or you will injure yourself. So again, just to sum up this actual device, just a few things I want to make sure that I mention. So just to sum this device up, I want to mention these things. Don't forget you get two sets of steel. You get two sets of stainless steel blades, one for tenderizing and one for slicing. The tenderizer reduces overall cooking time, allowing seasonings and rubs to penetrate deep into the meat. Thick whole roast and poultry will also benefit from the tenderizing function. Also, as you just saw me do, it works with beef. You can do chicken, venison, and again, I told you the thickness, 4 inches, roughly by 3/4 of an inch thick. No matter what type of meat you have or how thick it is, this tool can tenderize and slice with ease. Easy cleanup, as I mentioned earlier, all parts can be hand washed with warm soapy water. No harsh or unsafe chemicals are needed. Just be careful because the blades are sharp. And finally, a very compact design, as you can see here. This device actually measures, it's 13 inches by 9.5 by 17.3 inches. Fits comfortably, as you can see, on kitchen countertops without taking up too much space. And it's easy to secure to your kitchen countertop. And don't forget, It includes the clamps to secure the base to the table or your bar, and you get these amazing tongs to help you safely insert and retrieve any meat that gets stuck down inside the device. So again, I'll make sure I link it down below. Make sure you check it out.